Hey, what's going on everybody? Steve here at Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. And today we're gonna talk about wholesale and pretty much how this business model works. Now stop. You might be thinking, Steve, I already know about wholesale. There's a lot of various models and I wanna share a little bit more about the wholesale business model that I've started recently about 30, 40 days ago. I want to answer a question from Chris Callahan, which just came in. I'm on my YouTube comments, and Chris is asking, Steve, I'm confused on how this whole wholesale business model works. I'm a beginner reseller. However, I see all these gurus posting their lavish lifestyles and not pay for any course. I'm not sure what that means, so I guess he doesn't buy courses. Just learn and educate off someone who does it. So that's like find a mentor. Absolutely. If you could find a mentor, I would find a mentor over a course all day long, but it's hard to find a mentor. I like your channel. This is the first video I've watched. Although I really want to put my head down and apply myself, just lack the knowledge of how it works. So Chris, find yourself a mentor. If you can't find a mentor, the thing about Facebook and YouTube channels is like you can only get so much information. There's so many different steps, especially with a wholesale business. So that's why I promote the wholesale formula. You can't even invest in the wholesale formula now if you wanted to. I just promoted it about a week ago, but it's closed. They only open it once or twice a year. So I'm not promoting it during this video. You can't get in even if you wanted to. You can message them, they won't let you in. But anyways, I'm just giving you some advice, Chris, find a mentor, especially with this business. But I'm gonna share with you a little bit about the wholesale business model and how it works and how people are doing it. Now, I would ignore all the people who are, showing off. The guys that I work with, Dan and Dylan of the wholesale formula, that's the last, they don't show off. They're not driving around with the Lamborghinis. But there's a lot of people out there running Facebook and YouTube ads doing that, and it's because they're trying to sell courses. Some of them are successful, others are just renting them, and they might be making a lot of sales, but their business actually isn't making money because there's a lot of expenses and overhead that go into businesses such as wholesale and private label. So the model that I'm doing right now of wholesale, I'll share with you how it works. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm finding products on Amazon. I do all my research on Amazon. I just posted a video the other day. I'll link it up down below. And I shared the 4 criteria that I look for in a wholesale product. So it's selling for $20 or more. There's at least three competitive sellers on the listing to make sure it's not private label. Number 3, there's at least 20 sales equity per month. So it's selling at least 20 times per month per individual seller, and I talk about that in the video. And what's the last part? Competitive sellers, $20 or more, 3 sellers, and equity. I think that's it right there. So once I find a product that I am interested in, I have a Google sheet that I have, and I mark down the company name, the email, information about the product. I actually have a virtual assistant who does this and gathers all the leads for me. And then what I do is I reach out to them via email, and then I make a phone call. So the goal of what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a relationship with a brand, right? I'm not going through a distribution company, which is a middleman, because when you go through a distribution company, or you go through, like if you Google, these different, wholesalers, they're distribution companies for the most part, which means they're a middleman. The prices are going to be higher. It's going to be tough to be competitive. So I'm going directly to the brand. So say for example, I don't know, let's pick up this microphone right here. So this microphone is made by a company called Maono, right? If I wanted to sell this and I looked it up on Amazon, I noticed, okay, maybe it's not a huge brand, because I don't go after brands that are huge. I'm not going after the Nikes. I'm not going after the Sonys. I'm not going after the Samsungs. I'm not going after the Apple products. I'm selling products that are, 1, not private label. That's why I'm looking for at least 3 competitive sellers. I'm looking for products that sell them at least $20 or more, so I know there's a profit in it, considering Keystone pricing. Typically, you can get these products for 50% of the selling price on Amazon. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to the brand and I'm saying, hey, my name's Steve with XXX company. I was emailing or I was calling to see if I could set up a wholesale dealer account. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up a wholesale account directly with the brand, because that's how I'm gonna get the product as cheap as possible. Here's the thing though, a lot of brands don't wanna work with Amazon sellers. Reason being, Amazon sellers a lot of them are crappy sellers. They provide horrible customer service. They don't prep the items properly, so items are getting damaged. There's something known as MAP pricing, which means when you put together a deal with a brand, they'll say you can only sell it at this price. A lot of Amazon sellers will start undercutting and changing the price and violating the rules. A lot of Amazon sellers are just interested in selling the product versus really building a brand-centric relationship with the actual brand, right? So Mayono, instead of just selling their product and just trying to sell it as fast as I can and whatever, I don't really care about improving their listing. I don't care about improving their pictures. I don't care about if they're running PPC campaigns. I don't care about anything. I just want to sell the product. Those sellers, for the most part, don't add any value. And what they do is they flood the listing and they cause a lot of problems for these brands. So to make a long story short, a lot of these brands don't want to work with Amazon sellers. So the barrier to entry with this business model is a lot of the brands that you reach out to and instantly accept you. Those are brands that you don't necessarily want to deal with as a general rule, based on what I've been learning, because they're accepting any and everybody. The market's flooded with these sellers. They may or may not have MAP pricing. If they do, a lot of these sellers might be breaking MAP, which is going to make it tough for you to get the buy box. So you really want to go after the brands that are saying, no, we don't sell to Amazon sellers. And a lot of them are doing that now because it's really not that beneficial for these brands to have tons of sellers on their listing. It would actually be better just to have one who does everything and takes care of the brand and deals with all the issues and all the challenges that go along with it. A lot of these brands, you might be thinking, Steve, why would a brand want to sell a product to me? Because brands aren't typically retailing the product. For example, there's no retail store for Pepsi, or Coke, right? A lot of these products have distribution companies. They're not in the business of selling on Amazon. They don't know anything about Amazon. When you sell on Amazon, there's a lot to know, from SEO and building out titles and copy and descriptions and pictures. And there's a lot of different things, from getting reviews and removing reviews. It's like a full-time job. So as an Amazon seller, you could bring a ton of value to these brands, and that's what I'm recommending. You want to build relationships with brands and add value to them. It's called value propositions. So there's things that you can do to take a brand that says, no, I'm not going to sell to you, and maybe they only have 2 or 3 people on the listing. Maybe they get 10, 20 people who hit them up every single day, and they say, no, 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 no. And most Amazon sellers just say, okay, buy, okay, buy, okay, buy. But you have a skill set. You've learned how to optimize listings. You've learned how to take great pictures. You've learned about search engine optimization. You've learned about keyword ranking. You've learned about enhanced brand content. You've learned about PPC marketing and how to get products to rank and how to steal traffic and sales from your competitors. These are the things that you want to learn, because then you can bring value and you can help these brands. So when they say no, you say, hey, I just want to let you know that I've noticed on your listing that you are not ranking for the #1 keyword, which is, soda, for example. And your competitors have more reviews, more sales, they're making more money, there's better brand awareness because of this, this, and this, and you add value. And it doesn't mean they're going to give you the deal right then and there, but you're one step closer, you're adding value. It's a value proposition, you're building that relationship. Imagine if you did that to 100 brands who typically say no to everybody and maybe only have 3 or 4 listings, but they're making 3, 4, 5, 6,000 sales a month. Imagine you're a third seller and they're not letting just anybody come on the listing. I have friends of mine who are literally making $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month profit. Matter of fact, Dan and Dylan of the Wholesale formula, they just locked down a deal that's going to make them over $250,000 profit per year just with one wholesale account. Matter of fact, my good friend Emmerich, he had one wholesale account that he sold. Literally, he helped the brand, he built the relationship, he got the exclusive, which means he was the only seller of this product. He sold the contract to that wholesale account to somebody for $400,000. It's documented. They're a student of the wholesale formula. So it doesn't take, tons of wholesale accounts to make you a lot of money. Now, are these going to happen every single day? No, absolutely not. But that's the goal. And this is why, this business model works, because essentially you're finding companies who maybe they don't have a lot of sellers, or they do, or they're saying no to everybody, and you're building a relationship and you're becoming either an exclusive seller or one of 5, 6, 7. A lot of the deals you're going to get, at least from my good friend Brad, who's been on my channel, he's maybe number 7, 8, 9. He's one of the 9th, 10th sellers, and he's making $200, $300 a month off that product. It just depends what model you go, but that's the name of the game. You build relationships with brands, you purchase products for them directly. They usually give you, once you get the account approved, you get a, you have to give them like the resale certificate and so on and so forth and make sure what all their policies are. But they give you a price list, you negotiate, you come across a deal, okay, you're gonna buy 200, 300, 400, maybe only 50 at X amount. You buy it, you list it on Amazon, you sell through, you make your money, you reorder again. That's the name of the game. It's not super complicated, but what is complicated and what does take work is building relationships with the brands and helping them and adding value and following through on the promises that you made to these brands to be able to help them to gain more market share or to improve their keywords or to build more visibility in the market to increase their sales. So that's really the name of the game. The only difference between this, retail arbitrage and online arbitrage is you're getting the products directly from the brand, but you're still doing all the same stuff, listing it on Amazon. Now you can have it shipped to a prep center, so on and so forth, but that's the name of the game. So hopefully you found value in this video. If you have any questions, drop a question down below, but I'm gonna get off this video because my camera keeps overheating. But with that being said, I'll talk to you soon and thanks for watching. Bye.